receives so much attention?
I'm just a producer.
Then goes for more photos of the game's celebrity launch party. However, nothing can hide the fact that the game is a teeny-weeny bit disappointing.
I remember seeing it at 2006 E3, and it was so far ahead of everything at the time. Unfortunately, they seem to find the need to put in this sci-fi storyline.
What's interesting is that XPlay, elected to not include that in any of their reviewing of Assassin's Creed, because they realized that was an integral part of the story, and they didn't want to spoil that for people playing. And they said within the first few seconds you're going to understand what's going on. So Gamer TV has decided, no, we're going to spoil it. We're going to expose this big secret behind the game right away. You'll be spending most of your time doing one thing, but the reasoning, the whole explanation behind it all will be explained. And then on top of that, they just have to throw in like, oh, this Jade Raymond is going around doing the party girls thing. But
went into space for real. Well, on a low-gravity flight in the Vomit Comet, with the second man to have ever set foot on the moon, Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Aldrin.
This Mario didn't seem to have quite got the hang of low gravity. Thankfully, however, the game had.
But it's interesting that they would say that Assassin's Creed was disappointing because there's different sources I hear, and it was interesting because Penny Arcade had a very interesting little snippet from Gabe that when he played Assassin's Creed, he enjoyed it. He loved it. He liked what he was. He could run around and just do whatever. And he was reading the reviews, and people were saying that they didn't like the game, and he was trying to figure out why. So what he started doing was he started crunching through the game. He started purposely trying to finish the game as quickly as he could. And he said, as a result, the game became annoying to him. The game became uninteresting to him. And the reason why is because, well, it's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be, savored, I guess you could say. You're supposed to just take your time with it, just enjoy the different parts of it. And if you're rushing through it, you're going to miss out on a lot of the game, and a lot of it's going to just feel like unintuitive, or not really going to enjoy it. And Gabe said that God, these people must live horrible lives if they can't spend their time enjoying games, but they have to purposely play them and review them. So I mean that's another difference I'm noticing. The way Gamer TV presents information to the audience.
I think that as far as single-player narratives go, that there are stories that I've enjoyed more. By the time I got to the end of it, I just had to think to myself, did they really have this planned out in Halo, or did they kind of put it together as they needed to finish up the story?
Orange Box for sheer value for money. Mass Effect.
Throughout the game, you get this great sense of grandeur of all the things it could be. It was go-on-go alien action, so far ahead of where the technology was. What you got is a game that's fantastic, very imaginative, and has a few rough edges.
And of course, the sublime Bioshock, which is brilliant, but occasionally repetitive.
Bioshock, I think, is, from an artistic perspective, one of the games of the year. It was one of those games that people thought was going to be big, but I don't think they anticipated quite how big it was going to be.
Bioshock I really enjoyed initially. I thought it was a great setting, superb looks, interesting plot, and it really did try something different. I wouldn't give it quite the universal acclaim that it got on release. I thought the second half of the game kind of tailed off a little bit for me.
But the crown this year, and you might have guessed it already, goes to an Italian plumber. It's Super Mario Galaxy, and the feeling's unanimous.
It's absolute genius all the way through. I don't even know if I can pick out a favourite part of Galaxy, because it's just pure pleasure from start to finish.
Everything I want out of a game: infinite variety, creativity, replayability, perfect control, really impressive music actually, which you don't expect from Mario.
And I apologize about the sounds too soft, but basically I'm kind of curious, like, why are they praising some games and not others? I'm it would be interesting if really they're promoting games, or they're basing all these different things on games partly based on money and also based on what sort of soundbite they can get to that encapsulates an idea behind the game. So they want somebody to say it's good, somebody to say it's bad, especially if they can get certain, oh, it's bad, like for whatever reason. But it's interesting that how they're talking about different games, saying what's good and what's bad, and then like different things they're saying about each game. So how one guy is purposely talking about like the girl on girl alien sex, and it's like, yeah, that's that's an option available, but it's more to the game than that. But if that's all you're interested in, so.